Hey folks, Barry again out here in the desert. This is going to be a real short video about something that came up talking with a first-time gun owner, new shooter, not too long ago. We were talking about safeties on pistols. He was shooting a Taurus PT92. Like I said, first gun. Worked well, we inspected it, looked good. We're not going to get into Taurus. But one of the things that he said that he really liked about it was having the manual safety on it. Totally get it. If you want to have a safety, that's fine. On my Gray Ghost gun here, unloaded clear while I talk about it, his concern was, well, there's no safety. What do I do? So those of you who know Glock functionality, how Glock's built, there are internal safeties here, trigger safety, drop safety, spring, all of that stuff. One thing that I have on mine that I mentioned to him when we discussed was this little guy. So that is the Tau Development Striker Control Device. And this is a bizarrely controversial little piece of kit for the internet gun dudes. I'm not quite sure why, but as I explained to him, what this does is just adds one extra layer of safety. All this does, pressing in on that, this replaces your back plate on your Glock or any Glock slide. So this is actually a Brownells slide, but it's made for Glock, so it fits just fine. All this does, you push that in, it interrupts the striker from being able to travel, stops the gun from working. So while you've got your regular trigger safety, you can pull that trigger and the gun goes. With the striker control device depressed, press that in, it becomes harder to pull that trigger, right? So holding on to that and the trigger locks up a little bit, okay? I shouldn't say it locks up. It just prevents it from traveling. It's just like having any kind of thing in there pushing back. And so there's no interference with any functionality of the gun other than stopping that striker from being able to move. Once you remove your pressure from that, again, it shoots, no problem. If for some reason this fails, as I've seen a couple of times where this back piece just breaks off, guess what? It turns into a regular old Glock backplate. There's just a thing in there that keeps the firing pin and all that stuff in place. That's it. No big deal. The advantage for me, again, with that pressed in, carrying appendix or carrying any direction, any way that you want to carry, when you press that in, it allows you to holster without, I'm not going to say without thinking about things being in the trigger guard, because you should always be aware of that. But in the event that something does happen to get in there, you're going to feel a little pressure, you're going to feel a little pushing back, and hopefully that tactile response will get you to stop, say, whoop, something's in there, I'm going to stop doing this. Spoke with a couple of friends of mine who, working on duty, carrying Glocks on duty, holstering. Hey, holstering and unholstering is when negligent discharges happen a lot. Anything that you can do, press that in as you're holstering, helps out, right? Why wouldn't you do it? I've got a couple of rounds here. I'm going to shoot live so that you can see. So that's ready to go. With the device not pressed, works just fine. With pressure on the back there, it becomes more difficult. And now that's kind of a function of me having less strength here than I have here, and I'm able to put a little bit more strength, a little more pressure on the back end that way and push it in. And again, once I remove that, works just fine. So if you are looking for just a tiny extra little piece of mind, the striker control device from Tau Development Group is the way to go. That's it. I love them. I'm putting them on all of my Glocks. Thanks for watching. Bye.